I'm getting right into it. I'll get in the comments in a minute. Appreciate anybody that's in here. Consider hitting the thumbs up. Are you broke? Times are tough. Are you broke? I'm just going to let that marinate. Broke is relative to your situation. We're not putting a we're not putting a number on that. But broke is broke. If you feel broke, you're broke. If you ain't got money, you're broke. If you're broke in emotion, if you're broke in money, like, are you broke? That's my question. Are you broke? I'm just going to let some people get in here. Let that marinate. Let that sink in. Personalize that. Are you broke? Are you broke mentally, financially, spiritually? Are you broke with your anything? Whatever that means to you. Let it marinate. Let it sink in. Your boy's on one today. This stream will not be for everybody. It will be motivating for some. And if it tickles one person, I did my job today. If I piss 100 people off, I'm good with that as well. This is the motivation hour I'm giving y'all today. And for anybody that's new here, we do this every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Just got done working my little gig for 3 hours. Had a good day. I just filmed my video that's going to come out later. The vibes are high, but I got a message. Are you broke? Do you feel broke? 2023. Inflation is on the rise. You see it on every TikTok. You see it on YouTube. You see it on every Facebook, Reddit. You see it on the NBC News, ABC, CNN, Fox News, all the news channels. Inflation, inflation, inflation. Everything costs more. Costco's more expensive. Starbucks, I'm looking at Starbucks right now. They're more expensive. It costs more to get a haircut. It costs more to buy a Little Caesars pizza. The China King. It costs more to get a cell phone. It costs more to buy a hat. Everything is going up in price. Are you broke? So we see all this information about things going up. It sucks, man. It sucks. I have empathy. I have to spend more too. I'm with y'all. I'm sitting with y'all with that. Trust me. But now that we know that, and everybody's made all the videos and all the memes and all the TikToks about it, what do we do about it? Are you broke? Are you expecting somebody to come bail you out? Listen, the title of the video I think says something about, are you broke? Is it, it's your fault. Listen, I'm going to drop some truth bombs on y'all right now. Pedro DoorDash Santiago, Mr.BetonYou, used to be one of the brokest moes out here. Okay? And when I mean broke, I mean I couldn't scrape 2 nickels together many times in my life. I know what it feels like to be broke. And broke for me at that point, looking back, was a mindset. I was broke because I allowed myself to be broke, not because somebody was holding me back. I was holding myself back based on my spending, based on my financial literacy, based on my forward thinking, or if I was just thinking about the moment, thinking about buying those shoes, thinking about going to this bar and running up a $200 tab, even though I didn't have the money. If you are broke, I'm going to tell you right now, for most of you, that is on you. Let me repeat that, and then I'm going to tell you why. If you're broke, if you're not happy about things right now, for most of you, it's your fault. So exit out the live stream, go look in the mirror, Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson song, your fault. It's not society's, it's not anybody else's around you, okay? Now, there are people that have it harder. Not everybody has the same starting line, okay? I get it. Not everybody has the same opportunities. I get it. But I'm going to tell you what, are you going to sit there and bitch and cry about it? Or are you going to do something about it? Are you going to sit on YouTube all day and watch a 41-year-old stupid looking guy like me tell you where to get some motivation? Or are you going to actually go do something about it? Now that you're telling me you're broke, you're telling me these apps aren't working for me. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know what? If you're broke, did you buy a Starbucks today? How much did it cost you? It better cost you $8. But now you're complaining that you ain't got enough gas in the car. Why didn't you go get you some Cafe Bustelo, brew you some coffee, and it would have cost you about 25 cents to make that pot? Who's responsible for that? You are. If you're broke, it's on you. And that, I'm going to offend some people, and I want to. I'm trying to slap you in the face. I wish I heard this when I was 25. I'm spending, doing this, doing that. Oh, man, I can't pay my rent. Financial literacy, financial responsibility begins with us. And not everybody is going to understand that. But if you're struggling right now, what is the action plan behind it? If you're going to sit there and complain about it and do no different and serve no action, that is your fault. That's on you. I haven't read the comments yet. I know they're probably juicy. I'll get to them in a minute. A lot of you guys are hustlers. You got a W-2. Times are tough, so you go to DoorDash. I salute and I respect, because you're doing something actively different to not be broke or stay broke, or you want to get out of that mindset and out of that lifestyle. You want something better for you, yours, your kids, your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, your dog, your cats, your fish, whatever. I respect that, because you have action behind it. I'm talking to all the people out there that are mismanaging funds, money, $8 on Starbucks, and then they complain that they can't afford to tip, or they can't afford gas, or they can't afford this, but their spending habits are out of control. If you're broke, it's probably your fault. There are people that have different circumstances. But what do you say to the person that had a rough go of it, but then the other person that had a rough go of it, but able to come out of that? What's the difference between these two people? They're both human beings. They both put their pants on. They both sleep. They both eat. They both shit. What's the difference? This person did something about it. This person complained. So this is what happens. They go down. This guy goes up. It's simple. There is enough time in these days, guys. Think about all the things you've done today. Was everything that you did today a necessity? Did you need to do it? Did you need to do this? Did you need to do that? Balance your time, manage your time and your finances better, and I bet you won't be as broke as you think you are. Broke is a mindset. It's a mindset. And if you're broke, it's probably your fault. So if I've offended you because there's other circumstances I'm not aware of, that's a personal thing. I'm speaking in generalizations. Broke is a mindset. And this is a dude that could not rub two nickels together. I was broke. Broke, couldn't pay rent. Had a car repoed before. That car should have never been repoed. Now, this was a long time ago. I had the money to pay for it. I chose not to because I wasn't financially literate. Broke is a mindset. And if you're broke, it's your fault. This video and this motivation hour is different. This is what I had on my mind today. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing a lot of things. Listen, I'm one of the #1 complainers on YouTube in the gig space. I complain a lot. No lie. I'm going to be doing less of that, because the more we complain and we blame other people, you're not looking in the mirror. You point a finger, how many are pointing back at you? I got 3 of them right now. Broke is a mindset. If you're broke, and this isn't just monetary, it's physically, spiritually, whatever that means to you, could be money-wise, it's your fault. 2023, level up 2023. It's time to take personal responsibility for how we move and how we groove and how we take care of ours and how you take care of yourself. Stop looking at the next person to do something for you. Bet on you, set goals one day at a time. I am living that. Y'all saw me making these dumbass videos almost 2 years ago in my car, humping the app 7 days a week. Do you see me doing that now? Absolutely not. Why? Because I bet on myself. When are you going to do the same thing? Now let's get into the comments. I know I missed all kinds of comments. What up, Surge, Christian, Necro, what up, baby, Dashing with Dodo, hey, 2020. If you're just now coming in, you missed a very impassioned speech by me. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I'm broke, and I'll admit it's my fault. Too much eating out. Marcia, that's what I'm talking about. Nomadic, I bet on myself every day. Love it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm challenging y'all to look at the numbers, man. Crunch your numbers. If you're broke and you're struggling, but you're spending $8 at Starbucks every day, adjust, man, adjust. These times are coming. The times are coming. They're going to be hard for a lot of us, but we have to be willing to adapt and change certain things that we do on a daily basis so we can improve our situations. We have to be willing to do that. And broke is a mindset. I'm telling you. And it's relative. Somebody could have $1 million in the bank and be broke. Somebody could have negative $10 in the bank and be broke. Somebody could have 50K in the bank and feel like they are rich. Like, it's all relative. So that's up to you. You're going to have to internalize that. I'll spend my money on vacations. There you go. Rolling Red, what up, what? On the come up. Love it. 107, small coffee at McDonald's. DoorDash David. There you go. That's what I'm saying. We have to adjust. Inflation's crazy. It's tough out here for a lot of us. We're all gig workers. I bet 99% of y'all are gig workers, or you were a gig worker. We have to adapt, man. We gotta stop crying about being broke and not having enough, but then our spending habits don't match our words. Does that make sense? Our spending habits ain't matching our words. We gotta level up. We gotta be smarter with our money, smarter with our movements. It's important, man. We have to do that. Appreciate that, Jeff. I was feeling myself today, man. Rico, what up, what up? I'm making sandwiches every day, Pedro, and cutting down, making it work. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm eating out 2 times a week less than normal, and I'm somebody that likes to eat out. We as a family like to eat out, right? And that's a big expenditure for me where I can cut back is that bill. So I said two lunches out of the week that I would normally have, not doing it. I'll pack a lunch, I'll do this, maybe I'll fast a little bit more that day, whatever. You have to control your moves and your money. If you're broke, that's on you. I know you don't feel good that I just said that, but sometimes we need an awakening. Do you ever ask restaurants for free food in return? The Simon Burner. I have never done that. Never thought about that. Not a bad idea, but I don't think I would do that. How do you feel about DoorDash pay by hour? It seems like you feel positive about. I just made Garden State. I just filmed a video about it. I did 3 pros, 3 cons to that. I worked today, $30 an hour. Again, I declined my first order. Took everything after that. $30 an hour in St. Louis. I worked 3 hours. I haven't had a bad experience with it so far. What up, Trader? Love the new Outlook 2023 Pedro. Not playing. I'm about it. No, I ain't playing, Jimmy. Listen. I've made all the videos I can about DoorDash. I'll continue to make some as they change certain things. I'm going to continue to entertain y'all, but there's a lot of other way more entertaining people making those videos. I have big plans for myself, for you guys, this channel. Things are coming. I cannot be in that mindset of negativity and be successful. I literally cannot do it. So while you might see me lose my shit every once in a while here and there based on something that happens, that's me being a human. But I'm not gonna, I'm gonna stop blaming DoorDash for my problems of not having money. It's not on them. It's not. It's not. And if you think it is, you're wrong. It's not. I have free will to turn on what app I want, get a W-2 if I'm struggling, do this, do that, wake up a little early. Like, the power is in my hands, not DoorDash's, not Uber's, not Lyft's, not whatever. I control what I make. And once I flip that switch a little bit, I'm telling you, game changer. And some of y'all will get that. Some of you guys won't. Everybody will realize things and do things at their pace and feel comfortable with what they're doing. I'm not saying you should think like Pedro. That would be crazy because I'm crazy. But I'm just giving you something to think about versus what everybody else is talking about. Just giving you something to think about during your lunch, after your lunch shift, maybe getting ready to go out for dinner. Giving you something to think about, something to chomp on. DoorDash is changing. Are you going to change, or are you going to still do the same thing and expect a better result? What up, Cliff? I'm intermittent fasting, only eating on a 6-hour window. Make your own coffees or buy small cup coffees. Fill your gas 5. Adapting. Listen, we think it's tough right now. It is tough on a lot of people. I get that. But, this country, we've had Great Depression in this country. We've had way other things that were crazier for some, and we get through it. You adapt. You tighten the belt buckle. Okay, you don't cry about it. You get up and you figure it out. You sit at that table with your wife, your husband, your kids. You say, hey, guys, times are tough. We're going to do this, 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 and this. But we're still going to allow us to give ourselves some things because we are human. We need to live. We need to give us things that we enjoy. Okay, I'm not talking about cutting everything out. But you have to be communicative with the people around you. Be willing to sacrifice a little bit so that you're not broke for the entire year and you're not struggling in 2024. Figure it out, whatever that means to you, okay? I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just conversation, all right? Because of DoorDash, I am broke. My wife left me and my dog ran away. I really missed the dog. Drone days, I don't believe that. Sorry. I received a contract violation from a lying customer, which I no longer want to dash anymore. I hear you. I've had 4 or 5 contract violations. They suck. I'm sorry that happened. That sucks. You work hard for the money, so spend it smart. Preach. Yep. Spend it smart. Spend it smart. Listening to Pedro is like being in an abusive relationship. What up, Robert? Why? Falling down is a stepping stone into something greater. There you go. I like that. What up, smacking ass? What's cracking, Rational Driver? What up, what up? We talking about if you're broke and times are tough, it might be your fault. We're having a tough conversation about how we're moving, how we're spending, how we're complaining, how we're being positive, how we're being negative. What does that mean to you? We're talking about it. Appreciate all the channel members out there. Rational Driver, appreciate you. Smacking ass been rocking with me for a while. Appreciate you, man. What up, Flex? Flex ain't broke, but Flex hustles. And Flex ain't going to be a guy that's going to be broke. Because if Flex ain't got money, he's going to turn the app on. He ain't going to whine. He ain't going to cry about it. And if you're broke, it's probably your fault. What do you think? Flex has a W-2. He does. Does he? He does. He does a payroll. How's the house been for you, my friend? Oh, Garden State. Great question. Well, I had to spend $500 today on a house repair. That sucked. But other than that, it's fantastic. We are all broke because we ain't retired. There's some truth in that, but when I'm talking broke, it's a mindset. It's not just financial. It could be spiritually for you if you're a spiritual person. It could be physically, are you broke, right? I'll give you another analogy. Listen, payroll is still, I thought so. Live, look good. What up, Henry? New live? Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm in the car. I do this every Wednesday at 4 Eastern. We do a little motivation. We challenge each other. We talk about good things, bad things, successes, failures. Listen, this is for all my big people out there. All my big brothers and sisters. Okay? Well, no, you know what? I won't do that. I'm going to talk about a personal experience. I have type 1 diabetes. It's a critical illness. A lot of people have diabetes in this country. Most people have diabetes. I'm going to give you a little history lesson. Have type 2. You get type 2 diabetes because of your eating habits and you're probably overweight. That's hot. Trust me, I'm very skilled and I know diabetes. Now, listen. Type 1 is also called juvenile diabetes. You get it when you're younger as a kid. Your pancreas, when you were born, at some point was going to give out. It doesn't produce insulin, so you have to give yourself insulin. There's no way around type 1 diabetes. You have it. You get type 1 juvenile diabetes. I got it when I was 22. You have it for life. Type 2, you can manage it with diet and exercise. Now, listen. Type 1 diabetes, when I first got it, it was hard. I'm 22 years old or something like that, 21, 22. You know, I want to do this. I'm living a fast life. I want to eat everything I want to eat. I still eat well, but as you get older with type 1 diabetes or any kind of illness you might have, you have to adjust things, right? You got to adjust. You got to make adjustments. I could sit in my bed and complain and feel sick all day long. This sucks. I got type 1 diabetes. I can't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. You have to adjust your diet a little bit, adjust your exercise. You got to do this. You got to check your glucose. You got to feel your body. If something doesn't feel right, you check it. You drink a little orange juice. And it's an adjustment, right? Being broke is no different. You have to adjust things in life. When life hits you, life hit me at 21, 22. Type 1 diabetes ain't no joke. I don't know if anybody has it, if anybody knows anybody that has it. It's not a joke. But I could sit around and complain and feel sorry for myself, or I could do something about it. Y'all see me. I'm active. I'm living. I do things. I eat. But I'm able to do that because of the balance that I have and how I manage it. Some days are better than others, but I can feel sorry for myself, but I don't. I do. See, Leo says you have diabetes. Wouldn't have known, right? He says I have high blood pressure. I don't have that yet, but maybe in later in life. I'm a little high strung, right? But yeah. Level up 23. We have to take control back on how we move and what we do and how we allow things to affect us. It's not about what happens to you. It's how you react. I could have reacted way differently when I had type 1 diabetes. And maybe I wouldn't have a foot right now or a finger, or I'd be in worse health than I am, right? These apps are throwing you this way. This is doing this is doing that. Are you adapting, or are you whining and complaining about it but offering no solution and no way out? If you're broke, it's probably your fault. To all my big brothers and sisters out there, big people. Some people have genetics that are different, right? But there are a lot of big people out there that change their diet and exercise and can lose weight. It is a mindset. It is a mindset. All my sports people out there, you didn't like how you played golf this last weekend? You didn't like how you shot the basketball at your rec league? Are you going to go to practice? Are you going to improve? Or are you going to complain about it? It's not about what happens. It's about what you do afterwards. It's how you react to it. If you're broke, it's probably your fault. Now, that's not for everybody. There are situations out there. People run into hard times, bad luck. I get it. But what do you do about that? Diabetes, no joke. My wife has type 1. So smacking ass, you can relate. You know exactly what I'm talking about with that. What up, Bronze? Want a burger today? BK got $3 Whoppers through the app. That's pretty good. You always have to look at the best of it. You have to. You have to be willing, in my opinion, nomadic mom, you got to, it's okay to not be okay. You got to sit in the negative. You got to feel it. You got to process it, and then you move, right? That's what you got to do, man. And the things that we are talking about here, money, I don't have this, I don't have that, first world problems. All right? If you're complaining about not having enough money for something and you got an $8 Starbucks in your hand, that's your fault. And anybody that wants to debate me about that, bring it, because I'm feeling froggy today. I'm ready to jump off the lily pad, challenge some people, give you something to think about. If you're broke and you got an $8 Starbucks in your hand, that's on you. That's why you're broke. Making sure I had enough sleep, says Lazarus. Lack of sleep is a killer. Lack of sleep. Sleep is very important. It's okay not to be okay. It's not okay to stay that way. Mark, I get that. See if I missed any other good ones. My grandma has diabetes. What up, Alex? It's crazy how it has manifested, especially at a certain age. All right. Oh man, my grandma had no necro. Diabetes is crazy, man. And it's something I think about a lot because I want to make sure I'm, later in life, I know it's probably going to affect me more, but diabetes ain't no joke, man. My aunt's got it. My firstborn daughter has it. She has the same type I have. It can be a hereditary thing. Could also be a lifestyle thing, but dude, diabetes ain't no joke, man. Sorry to hear about that, necro. Are you guys living paycheck to paycheck? I think most people are living paycheck to paycheck in society. The numbers tell us that. And I think a lot of us in the chat are living paycheck to paycheck. But what does that mean? Does that mean you don't have any money to get paid? Does it mean when you get paid, it's all gone because it's all bills and you leave yourself a little bit? It's hard to gauge that now. I think it's changed in the last 10, 15 years. Start meditating. What up, Light? Cheers, man. At Fort Lewis, they put Starbucks in the budget. LOL. That's funny. My mom has lived with type 1 since age 23. Okay. And she didn't take care of herself. Now she takes insulin shots every day. Well, that's crazy. I'm sorry. I have to take insulin every day as well. Because when you have type 1, you just have to. You have to give yourself insulin. She didn't take care of herself. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. So you can relate. It's hard, right? It's hard. But maybe if she did, maybe if she was a little more informed, or maybe if she did take care of herself then, she'd be in a better spot now. I think that's kind of what you're saying. And we can relate that to financially right now. Are you spending wisely? Are you financially literate, or are you not? Because these things, these $8 Starbucks, all these things add up over the course of time, man. They do. I disagree with your title. People are born into poverty. It's hard to get out of poverty even if you have a plan. It's not your fault. You have to grind and do. Adam, people are born into poverty, especially in other parts of the world. Absolutely. Adam, I would say this. In America, I would disagree with you. There are people born into poverty, but broke is a mindset as well. So there are people that might make $25K a year and they're happy with that and they're fulfilled in their life. They're not broke. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that are saying they're broke, but they don't have to be, if that makes sense. But I appreciate your comment. I see what you're saying, Adam. I don't disagree with it entirely. Appreciate that comment very much. But also to that, somebody said it's a victim mindset. Yeah, maybe everybody's situation is different. I, my dad was born poor and broke. He's not that now. Well, he's 62 almost. But my dad and them didn't have anything growing up. I got cousins, I got family, didn't have a lot, but there are other stories you hear of people that were born in that way, and they got an education, they got a job, they did this, they did that, and then they broke that generational curse. I think it's also generational. Who are you around? How are the people around you when you're a kid, when you're a young adult? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are they teaching you about money? What are they teaching you about work ethic? What are they teaching you about that kind of stuff, right? So it's very generational. So I agree with that, Adam. You're born into it, but it doesn't mean you have to stay there. I'm Bill broke. I hear that. Most people are reactive and not being proactive. Absolutely. Stop hating for change and start doing something to create change. I like that. Dash and Trash says, if you're broke, it's your fault. I made that title because I feel like that. It's not 100% true, but it is a lot. It can be very true. Every time she eats, she has to have a dose. She just doesn't do better. Yeah. Only spend what's necessary. Yeah. Hi, Pedro. What up, Rodney? Appreciate you being here. And everyone, I'm not broke, and it's my fault. My family came from Puerto Rico, like you, Pedro. I'm sure you know how it is from there. Yep, they were dirt poor, living in a shed, and here we are today. I can't thank them enough for their sacrifices. Garden State comment of the day. Absolutely. So somebody in your family lineage said, nope, this isn't what we want. This isn't what I want from myself, my kids, my kids' kids, my kids' kids' kids. What do we do? Level up in 2023. It's time to take it back for us, man. I'm telling you. There's enough hours in the day. You have enough means. You have enough opportunities. The time, it's there for a lot of us. Okay? Not everybody starts at the same playing field. I know that. I get that 100%. I've lived and felt some of that. I've worked with people in management positions that wouldn't even hire somebody or even call them for an interview based on the name on the application. I've worked with some really shitty human beings. So I realized the starting point is not the same for everybody. But once we realize it, what do we do with it? What is the action behind the ridiculousness? Okay? Only you can say that for yourself. I don't have the answers. This is a conversation. Rich Dad Poor Dad. Jerry, I've read that book about 5 times. What up, Alex? Appreciate you. What up, Joseph? My dude. What up? Alejandro. What up? From Miami. Yo. Salty, sad, red nose, January. Acting broke is my swing. Let me read this from Dashlin Widodo. She won't mind. She typed it in. Born into poverty. Trying to get my kids to a higher class. It takes many, many failures and learned lessons. Still getting there. Hopefully this year will be breakthrough. I love that for you and yours. But it's not easy for a lot of us, and we're going to fail. And it's okay. We have to embrace it, man. You got to sit in the negative sometimes. You got to feel it's okay to not be okay. You got to try to keep going. Whatever that is that inspires and motivates you, you got to try to keep at it. Because once you let that negative win, that negative guy on your shoulder, he's going to win. He's going to take over. What up, Vic? What up, Clark? That's a great book, Jerry. It is a great book. And that book, I think, came out in the 80s, right? And it still plays today in a lot of ways. It's crazy. The average credit card user was carrying a balance of $5,400 last fall, according to the TransUnion, up 13% from 2021. Long story, get out of credit card debt ASAP. Yep. Some people, you got to use credit cards. I'm not going to give financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll leave that comment where it is. Sometimes tough love is needed. If you broke, it's your fault. What'd you eat today? What'd you eat? Did you go out to eat? Did you spend $8 on Starbucks? Do you have all these subscriptions to Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and this and that and da. Look at your subscriptions. Do they equal $100? What can you do with that $100? Can you just give yourself 1 or 2 subscriptions? Do you need 10 of them? Did you need that sweatshirt you bought from Amazon, from Shein? Did you need that? No, you don't need it. You want it. If you are broke, that is on you for a lot of you guys. I put myself in the same thing. I spend stupid money sometimes on things I should not buy. I'm not speaking down or at anybody. I'm talking about myself as well. Because I'm telling y'all, if it's that bad, you go to the store. I've been saying this. Dash and Trader says it. Maybe he got it from me. I don't know. I feel like I was one of the first in this community to talk about making a sandwich. The broke, clown, miserable human beings that can't tip us. I tell them, make a sandwich. If you ain't got the money, you go get some bread, about $2 right now at Aldi. I get me some cold cuts, some meat, some mayo, some mustard, whatever you want to put on your sandwich. Maybe some cheese. I spend $20 and I can eat a whole week. I get me some ramen. Y'all see me make my broth soups with the vegetables and all my extras and things. It's not hard, but you just have to do it. Okay? Change can be hard, but once you get going on it, you become what you do each day, your movements. You become what's normal for you. And if you're normally spending $8 at Starbucks and then complaining at the end of the month because you can't pay your rent, you're a clown. You suck. It's your fault that you're broke. Harsh words, but that's the reality. If you're somebody that's cutting corners and you still can't make it, I feel you. You're doing things. Okay, what's the next step? What else can we do? You got a W-2? Can you work one Sunday night out of the week to stack a little extra money on the side? Can you work DoorDash and make $100 on a Sunday? Can you do that for 1 year? How much money is that? Somebody do the math. I know what it is. Can you work 1 day a week for 1 year, make $100? That's an easy goal. In most markets, I think you can work and get $100 on the app and pay your bills or save money that way. Most people ain't willing to do that because they want to sit down and watch football. They want to do this. They want to feel comfortable. What we talked about last week, you got to get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. You think I wanted to work DoorDash 7 days a week the first 3 months when I was doing these videos? No. But I had to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. I had to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. So anybody out there, 5,200. Thank you, Edward. There's 53 weeks in the year, so it might be 5,300. You can't work every Sunday? Can you work half that? Can you make $3,000 extra this year? Working a side hustle, doing this, doing that, trying something out? I bet you can. Matter of fact, I know you can, but you won't because you want to stay broke because that is your mindset. Hit the thumbs up for your boy. I'm dropping. We're having a good conversation. Hit the thumbs up for you. Broke is not an option for me. There you go, Rolling Red. It's not an option. But for a lot of people, I see it as an option. Slap yourself. Let's get out of that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Think about the gem I just dropped. It's a simple thing. If in 2022 you struggled, you knew somebody that struggled, maybe one of your kids struggled. I don't got money. They're hitting you up for money. Tell them there's a nice device called a phone. They can sign up for one of 1,000 gig apps. They can walk dogs, fold laundry, deliver McDonald's, do Instacart shopping, Walmart Spark, whatever it is. And they can do that one extra day a week from their W-2 or whatever they're doing, right? So it still gives them a day or two off. I don't think we should work 7 days. I think that's absolutely absurd. That's my opinion. And think about that. They can make $3,000, easily $3,000. And if they did that last year and they saved that $3,000, they're going into 2023 with $3K cash. Most people don't have $400 for an extra bill right now. Your average American doesn't have that. But I think the average American sometimes can be lazy. That's why they don't have it. What would you do? What would you tell that broke person that was broke in 2022? Hey, here's this extra $3,000, $5,000 I had by sacrificing a little bit of my time every Sunday, 4 hours a week. Yeah, I didn't get to watch that extra football game, but hey, look what I have now. I could buy a car with that. I got emergency savings. Maybe not buy a car. I could repair my car. I got emergency savings. Maybe I could take my kids on a trip because we worked hard for that year. You know what? I got whatever. I got this money here, right? It's not hard. It's not difficult. What up, Yvette? What up, Marcus? Saving money is a mindset. Absolutely. Saving and investing. This is not a financial, I'm not giving advice, but investing it as well. Some would take that $3,000 and do something with it. Put in some dividends, some stocks, right? Broke is a mindset. What are you going to do in 2023 to not feel how you're feeling now in 2024? Level up 23. So I've been in talks with he just texted me. We have a website coming for you guys. I know I said it's coming in January. It should still be. January's not over yet. We're fine-tuning some things. That's going to be coming. I'll be talking to him today here in a minute. His name is Sam from Jaywalk. I got other network things coming out showing you guys opportunities for you, continuing to try to motivate, show you my experience with the apps still, because I still think in 2023 the apps can be a good way to make money. For some full-time, I think part-time, it can be a really good way. A lot of markets will get oversaturated though, and that's going to suck for a lot of the full-timers out there that rely on it for 100% of income. So it's, we're going to have to all adjust in different ways. But if you are broke and you're struggling, if you struggled in 2022, if your rent is past due, if you can't provide your kids with certain things, that is on you. And that's going to be a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow, because you think, oh, I'm working hard, I'm doing this, I got a job. Get 2 jobs. My dad had 3 jobs at one point. 3. He's got 1 now. He had 3 because he needed to. Adapt. If you're broke, it's on you. If you're broke, it's on you. I started doing Uber rideshare, right? Before DoorDash, when I had a W-2 career, making good money. I had a salary job at a casino. I was like, I gotta pay for this vacation. I don't want to dip into anything else. I don't want to go broke to do it. So I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of time so I get what I want. Lazy is a mindset. Facts. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't know what that means. What up, Hector? Pedro, love you, brother, but you're sounding like a motivational speaker. There are things you can't control. Bob, I am a little motivational. I don't take that as I take it as a compliment. Thank you. There are things you can't control. You are right about that. You're not wrong. I'm gonna cancel my old account and make it again in 30 days. Okay. I'm emotionally broke. Listen, Giggity, that hits heavy, man. But with Gig, I can't tell if he's serious or not sometimes. But I feel you, man. That's deep. I feel that. Broke, we're not talking just money. I said that earlier. On my 20s, I had 2 jobs working 15 hours a day. I will say this, though, too. Working like 90 hours, and all that, that's not a flex. We need to be smart, you know what I'm saying? But you got to do what you got to do for certain moments and times in your life to make the ends meet and not put yourself in a crippling situation that you cannot get out of, right? Every day that you let pass is a day that you're making it harder. Somebody just texted me. Hold on. Oh, I can't look at it. Listen, y'all are great. I love y'all for coming and supporting me. I appreciate y'all very much. I know I get opinionated. I get inspired by certain things. I can be impulsive at times. I might yell and scream. I might act like I know everything. I do not know everything. I know very little, but I'm learning every day. I'm passionate about things I talk about because I'm sitting in a really good place in my life, and I like to share that. And coming from where I've come, which was very low in a lot of measures in life, I feel like I do have something that I could share that has value. And I'm showing you guys my experience every day. And I'm out here hustling and grinding just like y'all, doing this, doing that. But if you're broke, what are you doing about it? You're going to complain? You're going to make a video? You're going to do this? You're going to make a TikTok? You're going to cry? Cry about it. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. But then you need to figure out the plan. Okay? And we need to stop waiting on people to come and save us. There's no savior out here. We need to do it for us and for our people around us. And if you think you're doing enough, my challenge to you is you might not be. I just gave you one scenario on how you can get $3,000 to $5,000, in my opinion, very easily. Very easily. Get you a side hustle, work 4 to 5 hours a day. In most markets, you're going to make $100. You still give yourself a day off. You give yourself a day and a half off. Sacrifice a little bit of time, A little bit of sleep, sacrifice a stupid Starbucks coffee for $8, and there's some money right there for you. Most people won't do that, but the people that do will be the ones that will continue to push the needle and be okay. And I want you to be okay. And whatever that means. Broke is a mindset. Listen, I got to get out of here. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Share this video. I needed to have this conversation with myself a little, with you guys. I feel very confident one person got something out of this. I did my job today. I'll have a video out for y'all tonight. Y'all have a great day. Keep hustling. Stay safe. If you're with somebody or around somebody that you love right now and they're close, give them a hug. A hug could change somebody's day. Tell them you love them. Peace out.